Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and you're watching another live edition of the LockerGnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short, your daily dose of geek news, product views, and answers that you can use, like an answer to the question, Chris, how does 41 years old feel like? Feels good, for the most part. I don't feel any different than I did when I was 40. I do feel a little 41-ier. And I'm very happy to say that as of today, we now have 956 patrons. We grew by 40 patrons over the weekend, thanks to the birthday live stream we did in the classic Chris Pirillo YouTube channel, which is primarily vlogging stuff now, my life. I am very, very excited about this number, if only because I've been pushing for 1,000 patrons from the very beginning. I thought we'd be there sooner than this, but that's okay. I'm not going to complain at all. Hope these are true patrons, not just people who pledge and then, aren't able to see it through. There's an article, and the reason why I'm saying that, I'll link it for you in the video description. An article, just search for it. 1,000 true fans. If you want to know why this is so important for people like me, just read that blog post, I swear. It is not too long, didn't read. It is a TLDR. This is TLDR. 1,000 true fans, that's what we're pushing to. Almost there. This close. It was so freaking close. But yes, in case you're wondering if there can be a world where technology and Darth Vader can coexist, the answer is yes. Diana, did you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I wasn't sure because I got a lot of gifts this weekend, and I'm very grateful. So there you go, right there. For those of you saying, you got too much Darth Vader stuff. Dude, it's a wireless mouse. What more do you want? Well, I can tell you what more I want. I want the PlayStation 4 giveaway bundle on deals.lockergnome.com. I believe that's still going on. I don't know if you guys participate in the giveaways we do for you at deals.lockergnome.com, but you should. You absolutely should, if only because it doesn't cost you anything. And so thank you if you have already participated. I think you have to tweet something out or something. I don't know how it works. Someone's going to get a PlayStation 4. I am going to drink directly in front of Princess Leia's head. This is not considered... I've had her... There we go. I didn't want to cover her up here. Very Alderani. Really. Yeah. Tastes of Pirillo. No, because she was kissing Han Solo before, and he's Pirillian. I know. I'll get you caught up to speed sooner or later. So thank you for joining me today. Later today, actually, I'm going to be doing a live patron hangout at a certain level. Certain patrons get bonuses. And so I'll be doing 3 patron hangouts this week. Normally, it's just 1. I decided since it was kind of the end of the month and every patron has been very, very patient with me, I'm going to be doing 3 at that level. And so one of them will be tonight. I think we're going to stream that as well, the hangout, so other people would be able to watch it. It's a lot of stuff we'll be putting out there this week, and I show no signs of slowing down. The Hobbit! Battle of the 5 Armies, or I'm sorry, to be specific, I gotta put the article up front. The Battle of the 5 Armies. The official teaser trailer is available right now. You can watch it, and you should. I'm looking forward to it, although I gotta say, I really hope this redeems the Hobbit series for me. I didn't really like the Hobbit movies as much as I like the Lord of the Rings, and maybe it's a story, maybe it just feels like it's dragging on longer than it needs to. I don't know what it is, but there's just something that I'm not quite experiencing that I did with the Lord of the Rings, that trilogy. And I loved Return of the King. I think that was my favorite of the 3 between, Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and then Return of the King. I enjoyed Return of the King the most. So I'm hoping that the Battle of the 5 Armies is going to be the one for me. I mean, how bad could it be? Right? We're going to have a battle. If the title is appropriate, the Battle of the 5 Armies.
Yeah.
Like, that's got to be amazeballs. Don't quote me if anybody's watching. That's got to be amazeballs. I don't want to see my name show up, the teaser, they put on TV. Chris Pirillo says it's going to be amazeballs. I don't think anybody would ever want to associate my name with a movie of that caliber. Either way, you should watch the teaser trailer. It's available right now. Quick read. You don't have to read anything. Just sit back and watch it. It's much more entertaining than me, no doubt about it. But then again, they got a slightly bigger budget. Here's an interesting app. It's a web service, but it's also an app you can download, program, whatever you want to call it, called Write Better. Head over to HemingwayApp.com. The name is kind of funny, if you know of Ernest Hemingway. He was a writer, pretty famous writer. Really, your favorite? I'm more a fan of Weird Al Yankovic. He's my favorite author right now because he's got the children's book. Sorry, I dropped a coin. I'll get to that in a minute. There's some geeky coin on my desk. Don't want to talk about that right now. I'll lead into it. Don't worry, I've got it all planned out. Pay no attention to the clanking going on in the background or the munching. Ooh, good idea. Diana, she's with me here. She's my audience of one. Actually, two, really, because you got the baby inside you. Do not tell them what you're eating. Okay. Munch into the microphone, if only to see what they're eating, because you're probably going to be hungry for something. Guess what Diana's eating?
Well, it's two things.
Okay, guess. If you get one of the two, we'll be impressed. And then you have to tweet a picture of whatever you're eating when you're watching our videos. All right, go ahead and munch.
Here's one. Is that a good one?
I thought so. I would have guessed that.
That one was a little...
Okay, now moving along.
Next one.
You guys like that? A little bit of texture to your day. So Write Better is an app that will help you write better. It'll give you suggestions and recommendations as you're actually composing, saying this sentence is too long, this sentence reads at a 9-year-old level, which hopefully most of your writing does not. But either way, it's a nice piece of software that could help you in terms of editing yourself without having to go through a human being. Computers, they're replacing people like me. This is just fantastic. Now, speaking of Weird Al Yankovic, did I say anything about Weird Al today? I did?
He's your favorite?
Oh, yeah, my favorite. I knew I said something. Sorry, I've talked about him so much. I know some people are going to... Is Weird Al, are you on Weird Al's payroll? No, I'm not. I'd be down. No, I wouldn't mind. And this is interesting. His label, or I guess his former label, RCA, was unwilling to pay for videos in his new album, Mandatory Fun. And I've seen people continuing to tweet me over the week since I produced a TGIF, really the last one, because I kind of got busy last week with my birthday and all the other things that have been going on in life, pregnancy, vlogger fair, going crazy. So they were unwilling to pay for videos. So what Al did, effectively, was he turned to his relationships at all these portals. Instead of going to one portal, he spread the love. And by doing that, he created basically a marketing blitzkrieg, 8 videos in 8 days. And Weird Al's one hell of a marketer, I'll tell you what. And he did the right thing, and in fact, I think that's going to be the formula for him moving forward, as he has stated in the article posted in Adage, or adage.com, which is pretty much one of the industry, as far as advertising is concerned, is one of the industry rags, magazines, periodicals, whatever you want to call it. So he got creative. And when you're an artist, I'm not going to call myself an artist. I'm saying when you produce content, when you do things that other people are meant to enjoy, when someone throws up a wall, you've got to figure out your way around it. So when YouTube kept throwing up walls for me, and Google kept throwing up walls for me, I had to figure out a way around it, hence the patrons. So, you kind of have to work through the system to make it work for you, and that's exactly what Al did. Genius move. And I think it's going to tell you the truth, I think that that's going to be mirrored. His approach to how he took care of it is going to be mirrored by other artists. Because not only did he work with these other portals, he got them each to foot the bill in exchange for them keeping the advertising. So what does Al get out of it? He gets a video. He gets free marketing. He gets a deeper connection with all these people, all these entities, and moreover, he makes all his fans happy. He makes all these websites happy. And what does he? He sells albums. He can't even... Here's the thing, because of his label and his relationships, the way it's been built, he can't even post the music that he's created to his own YouTube channel because he gets flagged for a content ID. And like, oh man, that sucks. So I expect that to change over time now that he's kind of free of his record contract. But anyway, I just thought it was fascinating. I mean, you got to be creative sometimes in terms of being able to accomplish your own goals. And I think that Al is as good a model as any. If you travel about as frequently as I do, and maybe once a month, I'm not a fantastic traveler. I can be a pain in the neck. Ask Diana. She's great to travel with, because she says, I'm like, all right, I didn't mean, she doesn't sound like that, but, I can definitely tell when I've gone overboard, because she gets that tone. Right? You get that tone? No, you don't get that tone.
No.
Okay, she doesn't get that tone at all, apparently. Now, she's going to take that tone with me after this broadcast. Was that a mm-hmm? Did you get your neck going there? think she got her neck. I don't think you can do that. Racist. So there's a website. It's a free service. Fantastic. I hope to use it at some point in the future when I'm traveling to a hotel or staying at a hotel. HotelWiFiTest.com. If you cannot remember that, there is something seriously wrong with you. Hotel Wi-Fi Test. Now, granted, the moment I need this, I'm going to say, there's a Wi-Fi test for hotels. What was the name of it? Of course, then I'll go, search for it, and I'm sure that it'll be the first result. HotelWiFiTest.com. Great for travelers. Fantastic, really. And so you should check it out if you travel or you know someone who is traveling. Amazon. This is neat. Amazon. I should launch a store where all you can buy is pork products. Call it Hamazon. Does that work for you? No, it doesn't work for you? You don't like pork products, do you?
Ew.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan.
I am a huge fan, Diana, so you're just going to have to bear with me. Ooh, hang on. I saw an update. Ooh, I'm on Facebook, and I just saw an update. Oh, no, never mind. Not exciting. I thought it was an interesting update, but it's not. I went to Facebook for a reason, because I was going to show you what I had shared earlier today. Oh, I guess I can show you that. There's a... See, that's me in a Lego form. Okay, I'm a little bright. Give me a second. I'm a little bright. Let me dim myself. So I didn't use a... I'll get to this in a second, but while I have it on the screen, I will show you how you can make one of these on a website for free right now. If you can put any image in and Legofy it. I'll get to that in just a second. I did come here for this, though. This is the thing that I wanted to show everybody. This. See this? Who is that?
You.
Exactly right. It is me. It's a 3D printed version of me. Not even a prototype. It's like a design. Wow. Amazon is now selling 3D products. Some of those products you can customize. So you can go. I went to Amazon, customize a bobblehead 3D printed me, $30. So I'm going to order it. I've got it in the cart. I'm using some of our free Amazon gift cards. You can earn them easily right now. Go.tagjag.com/free apps. Go.tagjag.com/free points. US, UK, Canada, iOS, Android. I mean, we've got you covered there. So either way, they're now selling 3D products. I'm like, cool. Easy to customize. Click add to cart. And the library is going to expand from there. I'm really excited about that. Really excited. I'm also really excited that right around the announcement of Comic-Con, Hasbro's got all these licensing deals with big brands. And okay, so bronies. On one side, you got the bronies, and they love customizing and building things, and things that aren't being built as regular toys or normal, like licensed toys. And then on the other hand, you got the brands who are going through a distributor or a creator like Hasbro. Well, effectively, Hasbro's created a website where 3D illustrators can design something and then sell that product direct to fans. So, for example, Weird Al Yankovic has a pony that's going to be coming out soon at some point. I'm not a brony, but I will have a My Little Pony. My only one that I plan on owning is the cheese sandwich My Little Pony. That'll kind of I'll be a pseudo brony. But the idea that Hasbro is embracing this new world and enabling fans, whether we're talking bronies, that's My Little Pony's the first, basically the first brand that they're working with. But as Hasbro has all these licensing deals beyond that, and all these fans creating all this amazing 3D illustrations that can be press a button, 3D printed, I think that's amazing. That is absolutely astounding. So I'm very, very excited about Amazon getting into 3D printing because I don't want a 3D printer. I wouldn't buy a 3D printer just to make a bobblehead of me. It's easier to press a button, pay $30, and have something like that. Fully customized. Link for you is in this video description if you want. If you want to give me credit for the referral, if you buy anything on Amazon, just go through one of our links. It's easy to do. It's free for you. Obviously, you're going to buy something on Amazon, but then we get the credit and it doesn't cost you any more money. So I wanted to dovetail that announcement with showing you that's the model I'll be getting here at some point. I don't know how long it's going to take to deliver, but I'm really kind of excited to get that. More so excited than getting the lens wipes, which are also in my cart. Not very excited about the lens wipes, which is what I was doing. Like the eve of my birthday, I was adding those to my cart. I'm like, this is sad. I felt sad. I wasn't sad. I wasn't depressed or anything. But I just needed to get lens wipes. What can I say? Let's see here. I'm going to scroll down to see... Oh, someone guessed veggie straws. Nope. Pop Pops. No, we're out of Pop Pops right now. Yeah. I don't know if anybody's picked up NatureBox lately, but Jessica Kim was the last one to tweet us today. She got hers using our code. If you go to naturebox.com/Pirillo, you get like half off your first month subscription. Richard Wooding said Spaceballs. What's Spaceballs?
I don't know.
I don't know if he's a Darth Vader the mouse. Maybe that's kind of Spaceballs-y.
Oh.
Richard Wooding says, I have to admit you do channel Rick Moranis a bit. Oh, don't tell Trisha Paytas.
Yeah.
Apparently she's got a thing for Rick Moranis.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell her. Do not tweet Trisha Paytas pointing out the fact that I might look like Rick Moranis. Do not do this. Because otherwise then Trish will go, I never thought of that before. Diana got me watching her. I'm just saying, I'm scrolling through my feed. She followed me. I followed her back. And all of a sudden I see Trish right there in full life in my feed. So as I'm scrolling, very little clothes on as I'm scrolling through the feed. Diana's looking. I'm like, hey, you're the one who likes her. I don't know why I'm following her back. Because I'm being polite. You know who else followed me this weekend?
Who?
Jenna Marbles.
Oh, yeah.
At least
right.
briefly. I haven't looked. I mean, I usually yay, they followed me once. I'm happy. I'm good. I'm set. I achieved that.
Even if it was an accident.
Exactly. It may have been like, oh, who's this guy? Click. Jenna Marbles followed me, so I followed her back. We haven't exchanged DMs or anything like that. I'm almost afraid.
Mm-hmm.
I heard she's hilarious, but
it could have been an accident. And then
exactly. Yeah. Like, hey, what's going on? I love your videos. XOXO. Is that what I don't know how you talk to Jenna Marbles. I'm just like a regular person, I guess. So everyone gets starstruck, and I do too. You meet these people who are larger than life in real, even when they follow you online. Yeah, I get excited about that stuff. Just when you thought I was going to get away with not talking about Lego on this TLDR, you're wrong. This was a gift that was sent to me that I didn't put in the vlog. I mentioned who sent something, and I threw it on the dash, but I didn't actually show this in the vlog. I showed it in the birthday live video, which is still watchable. People like that. The Riddler. I don't believe I had this one, so I'm very happy I got this from the person who sent it, who got the credit, but I didn't actually show this in the... I'm an idiot. That's what it boils down to. Lego Minifigures Series 12 have been announced. Now, why is this interesting to you, even if you hate Lego? Because a gamer, they're creating a gamer minifigure. It looks like a gamer. I don't know what a gamer looks like, but it's a gamer with a controller and everything. I'm serious. I need to find a 3D designer who can create a Lego minifigure series of popular YouTubers. We'd have like and Jenna Marbles and Boogie and I'd have to be in there. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not a big YouTuber, but I'd have to be in there.
Yeah.
Because I'm excited about I gotta be there. Some bigger YouTubers who love Lego and toys and, live in the world of geekery. And we can do a series, a special Lego minifigure series, whatever it is, for a bigger video. We'll call them the video, online video stars or something like that. I need to find a 3D designer to do something like that. Maybe I can talk to Marcus. Marcus can design 3D stuff. Because you have to kind of show a prototype of here's what it would look like, and then you put it out there, and then, man, wouldn't that be awesome? That'd be freaking... I think it would be great. I'd have to get sign off. I'm serious. I want to do that. I'm putting it out there that's what I want to do and put it on Lego Ideas, and we'll basically have a project. We need 10,000 votes for them to vote on it. But a minifigure series for online geeks, basically. But the video, it's got to be I think they have to be like an online media kind of person, that's big into toys or geekiness in general. Because otherwise it just wouldn't make any sense. You don't want to just do it to have a little... They got to have the geeky factor, because who's not a geek out there? The Lego thing. Generation Z. Now, this is a fantastic read. I wouldn't say this is very geek newsy, but it is fantastic, if only because I'm on the cusp of becoming a father, first-time father. Although I did read this amazing article on BuzzFeed.com. By the way, some patrons to give credit here, right back here. I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but you should, absolutely. And every one of these, I hope you're paying attention, right? Pay attention. Not to the sound of my voice right now, but to the look of the presentation. Generation Z, this is a thing. So I'm Generation X, or right on the cusp of Generation X. We are a certain type of people. Diane, I think you're in between. I don't know if you have you're Generation Y. Slight X, most Y.
I don't know. No, I'm like Generation Z.
No, you're not.
I mean, Generation A.
No, that's not one thing either. You're making up generations now. So, you can't do it. Hun, good try. Diana's like, I'm a generation on my own. No, you're not.
Generation double
Honey,
L.
Double L. Oh, because Spanish? Got it. The whole L thing. Got the two L's. Yee. You're Generation Yee? Then you're not Y. You're Yee. Yeah. How do you say the double L? I don't know either, hon. You're the one who made it up. You got to tell me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now are we clear?
Yeah.
So I read an article about Generation Z and how kids growing up these days, digital natives, how they're approaching the world differently. They're more inclined, like, what was it, like an astounding number, like 79% of Generation Z, if you're a kid right now, and I'm sorry, if you're under the age of 21, you're a kid. And get off my lawn! I'm about that age at 41 years old. In fact, it's what, about 3 in the afternoon. I gotta hurry up with this because I got bedtime in about an hour. Right? Yeah. So anyway, Generation Z, fantastic read. Generation Z more inclined to be entrepreneurs, inventors. All about social change, more accepting of other people. Very different, really, than previous generations. And it's marked by, I think this is, you guys are, if you're younger than me, I think you've got the world at your fingertips. And I think, I feel good about leaving the world in your hands. I really do. I don't feel like, oh, the next year, you guys don't know what you're doing. I think you do. And I'm very, very grateful that we're about to have a child who will be a part of Generation Z, because the one thing that I would want to impart upon or give to my child is really my wealth of experience that I've accrued over these years to be able to pass along some kind of family business, or at least that skill set, and give them the ability to be themselves and carve a living around that. I think it's fantastic. Generation Z, great read. If you read one article today, that would be, another article today, read that one. Parenting tip. As I kick in the screensaver here, Scott Hanselman, another geek, he works, I don't know, I think he works for Microsoft. He's down in Portland, but he does other things as well. He talked about how his wife does not like Star Wars, but she loves Star Wars audiobooks. So she says it's a bonding experience. The family listens to Star Wars audiobooks together, specifically Marc Thompson as the narrator. So if you're a family and they're not into Star Wars at all, you want to get them into the Star Wars universe, apparently Marc Thompson's audiobooks are where to start. Big parenting tip for geeks. And maybe for, if you're not a parent and you're trying to get your whole family into Star Wars, that might be it. Specifically narrated by Marc Thompson, these Star Wars audiobooks. If you want to start on Audible, you can head over to audible.com/LockerGnome. And I think, one free audiobook download. So there you go. You can try it for free and try to get your family into it. Now, this is another bit of news that came out not long before the Comic-Con started. By the way, the only thing I wanted at Comic-Con they sold out of, and now it's on eBay for an outrageous price, the Darth Vader Hot Wheels, which everybody and their grandmother sent me the link. Thank you. I've seen it a million times. I got it. I want the collectible. And it's like they're going on eBay for like $100 or something like that. They got it on Amazon for like $180, and I'm like, no, I gotta save up for diapers.
Mm-hmm.
For me.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting to be that age. Diana's gonna be changing. Here's a parenting hack.
What?
Kids gotta be potty trained, right?
Mm.
And apparently you can't do it like you do the dogs. So.
Well, I hope not. What do you mean?
Well, I didn't know. I just assumed that you just put them outside, they do their thing, you let them in when they're done, right? I mean, they take care of the business, you don't have to clean it up or anything. But apparently not. So, you normally, they sleep, they don't have any bladder control. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, kind of like dealing with me. So the idea is, are you with me here? You can tell Diana's wheels were turning because that one went right over her head.
No, I was thinking their bladder control is weak. So it's not as strong as ours.
It really? Is that what it is? I don't know. I can't remember what it was like for me at that age.
Right now.
I'll let you know what it's like here in another hour. As I, push through this. I gotta be careful. I gotta, my prostate's, pushing out. Or something I gotta worry about. So, anyway, now that we're past the fiber discussion. I referenced fiber, but like vicariously. All the guys my age, we get each other. We know what it's like to be probed. Not by aliens either, but legally. Apparently doctors can do that. I didn't know. I'm learning all these things. So, you can't house train kids like dogs. Mm-hmm. What they have though, they have for dogs, they have these sheets. They're basically for when you're what do they call it? Not crating, but potty training? No, that's for people. Housebreaking. When you're housebreaking a dog or potty training the dog, they have these pads. Mm-hmm. And you slowly but surely like take the pads closer to the door, and they get used to. Oh, okay. So when I have to go, I go out. You can put those pads underneath the sheet so that the mess doesn't get the mattress.
Oh.
It's smart. It's really kind of smart. So anyway, just sorry, that's not a geeky tip. You guys gotta understand, I'm gonna be a dad. And at some point in the near future, instead of just hearing me yelling at you, you're gonna hear a baby in the background yelling at you.
Well, we have some on our wish list.
Oh, the long pads?
But they're like for a baby. But I'm guessing it's the same type of.
This is it's a big pad. It's a huge.
Like for the whole crib.
Yeah, kind of. Oh, maybe they do. Never mind. I thought it was an interesting hack.
They're like.
So.
But they might be cheaper.
They could be. I just threw that out there. Sorry. What I meant to say, where I was going with this, and I realized you're not going to make the juxtaposition like my mind just did. Marvel is replacing Steve Rogers with an all-new black Captain America. So, how did I get from talking about Comic-Con to talking about Darth Vader as a collectible to talking about... Trust me, the logic was there for me. We got... Anyway, snapping back. Marvel is... Hang on just a second. Hang on. My dad is... Hang on. Dad just sent me a text. He needs help. Hey, my dad needs help right now. Give me a second. This is computer help, too. Give me a second. I have to... Sorry, guys. I got my family's priority. Okay, anyway, Marvel... Discuss amongst yourselves. Marvel's changing Captain America from white to black. Changing the person, but Captain America becomes a figure. Not like an action figure, but like a Dread Pirate Roberts. Captain America can be anybody. So they're basically replacing Steve Rogers, this traditional white guy, with a black guy. So basically they're just doing a presto change. Okay.
I'm excited to see how that's going to unfold.
Gee, thank you.
We're talking amongst us.
I know. Oh, you're talking. Thank you. I'm waiting to hear back from Dad.
Should we tell him what my snack is while we're waiting?
No. You shouldn't. You should hold back on that, I think. Oh, okay. Andrew Fortier says, thanks for introducing Justin Hillgrove. I bought my first print. It's called Rescue. Amazing work. I just found out that he loved the Dark Crystal. Same here. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. I'm connecting people with Justin Hillgrove all the time.
That's awesome.
Max 3090. He offered an affiliate program, but I'm like, don't worry about it. Max 3099 says, Chris, you need a lightsaber BBQ fork. I saw that, but I don't want it. I mean, I don't really do a lot of barbecuing, and I don't think I want sharp instruments anywhere, in my office at all like that. I'm a little nervous about that. I'm lost. Facebook. What? Okay. Hang on. Okay, I guess no, we can't almost be done with TLDR. I talk too much about diapers. I'll give people some extra time here. No, I'm trying to help Dad here. So strange. I don't know, Dad. Boy, he's got a puzzler. I don't know. Hang on. He's having an account issue that's not going to be very easy. Sorry, I was not expecting to have to interrupt during the live stream, but let me go ahead and get through some other bits of news and things that I wanted to say. Don't worry, hang with me. We're almost through this, people. Google has made it possible to track the Bitcoin price. If you search for Bitcoin price, you can see the price, US dollar to Bitcoin. Kind of neat. And that dovetails into the thing you heard clank earlier. You might remember a few weeks ago, I got this gold-plated Bitcoin. Not worth, much other than, just figuratively. It's kind of like, it's not a real Bitcoin. It's not worth one Bitcoin. But Steve Mannering sent me a bronze-plated Bitcoin. So now I have gold, bronze, and, hang on, 0.999, 1 ounce. So they're 1 ounce each. And then a silver-plated Bitcoin. I want to make sure I said it the right way. So now I have gold, silver, and bronze Bitcoin. It's a hat trick of Bitcoin right here. Kind of fun. Kind of neat. I'd say collectible more than anything. And then I also got someone, they had sent along a silver dollar, which might be collectible as well. It's just I don't know much about coin. My grandfather used to find coins all the time, but I'm not really a coin collector, so to speak. But either way, Richard Wooding says that he loves the Dark Crystal as well. Brian Froud's art. I don't know if Brian Froud or Frood. Don't know how to say his last name there, but yeah, Dark Crystal is one of my favorite movies. In fact, I don't know if it's still up. Talked about this a long time ago. Someone had done. They took raw footage of the Dark Crystal. It was basically the edit that was released to select audiences, like you know where they do test screenings. It was an edit, and it may still be on YouTube. A Dark Crystal special edit. I talked about this in the vlog. I know. I remember doing that. It was a few months ago. You can watch the screener of the Dark Crystal, and it was so much better, I thought, than the what I saw when I was a kid. Because what they did with this, I mean, even though some of the footage was horrific, the audio was horrific, but the story I thought was darker than I remember, because in the movie everything was in English. You understood what was going on. It was all in English. You saw these, the Skeksis and the Gelfling and the Mystics and everything. But in this edit, which again, like, it may be still on YouTube. I don't know if it got yanked down. I hope not, because it's just fantastic, and I doubt they'd ever release it for production. It's all in another language. It's in this foreign language. You don't know what they're saying, and there's no subtitles, so you don't know what they're saying. And it was just more mysterious and dark and brooding, and you didn't know what was going on. I would say, much more exhilarating. So if you can get a hold of that copy, look for that. If you love the Dark Crystal, like I love the Dark Crystal, you absolutely owe it to yourself to see that footage. Blockchain. I meant to segue from there to there, but I saw the Dark Crystal comment, so I segued. Blockchain has returned to iOS. It went away for a while, but now you can have one wallet, every device, so that you can get to your blockchain info from pretty much any device, including iOS. iOS has become a lot more Bitcoin friendly. I think they're kind of playing around with different monetization strategies. And I think it's smart to adopt these forms of currency earlier rather than later. Blockchain, now on iOS again. Do not use any other third-party blockchain service. Go with the official blockchain client. Twitter, if you didn't know, has a dashboard. Head over to analytics.twitter.com. If you're logged into your account, and you can see stats. You can see a readout of, like, awesome things that you didn't know about your account. Like, your tweet, you got seen by 4 people. This one was retweeted 17 times. This one was, it had an audience of 6,000. Your most popular day this past week was this. So a lot of rich analytics for your Twitter account. Pretty cool. I was really happy to see that. It was rather amazing. So easy to use, free if you have a Twitter account, which I'm sure 99% of you do. Analytics.twitter.com. Okay, so couple things. Apple has made two acquisitions over the weekend. Swell and BookLamp. Swell is kind of like a Pandora for talk radio, so you can discover a talk radio show that you like that stumbles you into another talk radio show you might like based on analytics and analysis and a music genome type project. So Swell has been acquired. This could bolster Apple's podcast app, which has kind of been meh. Could, give Apple a better content play in terms of content that's being produced outside of Apple's walls. Then they also acquired BookLamp. And think of BookLamp like a similar service where if you're reading one book and you really like that book, what BookLamp had done effectively, and it was kind of off people's radar, what it would do is it run heuristics and do a word and sentiment analysis on that book and give you a recommendation. If you like this book because of these words that showed up over and over again in this book, you'll probably also like this book. So it's a smarter way of recommending other things that you might like, based on hard intelligence. And so Apple making these acquisitions, they're making their product, really their platform, smarter for people to enable them and really make them feel more comfortable in terms of buying more content or working within the ecosystem. Of course, now you have iTunes Radio. So the idea is that if you like this song, you'll also like this song. I'm big into subscription services, huge into subscription services. In fact, that's one of the blog posts I'm writing this week for patrons. Before I forget, Brick a Pick is the name of the service. I had it here at the end because I was going to tease it at the end, but that little Lego plate thing. You upload an image, drag it around, you press a button. What they're trying to do is they're trying to make it easier for you to not just generate that picture but be able to buy the bricks to be able to take that picture and actually make it into a plate of bricks. So you can actually have a brick version of yourself. So you can upload, you can make an image real easy, real fast, real quick, real free. But the idea is they're dovetailing it into their Kickstarter project, which I'm not backing. I got to be very careful about how I back crowdfunding projects related to product, because inevitably I'm disappointed when it has something to do with technology in any way, shape, or form. That's where it usually falls short for me. But either way, they're trying to build up their attention around it. The idea is that eventually they'll be able to make a website where you go in, upload an image, press a button, and then they will send you the bricks to make a mosaic of your whatever you uploaded. Fantastic idea. Love the idea. I wish Lego had been doing this all the while, but they haven't. Another cool thing for everybody, gifyoutube.com or gifyoutube.com, I don't care how you say it. If you head over to gifyoutube.com and you type in a URL like this one and you give it a timestamp, it will help you generate an animated GIF. Make animated GIFs from any YouTube video. I'm telling you. It's okay for you to make an animated GIF from any of our YouTube videos. I'm giving you permission right now. I've said this for like weeks, and like 2 people have done it. I'm like, this will make it easier. You don't need to be a genius to figure that. Just press a couple buttons. That's it. I don't know. Maybe I'm not animatable. GIFable. I'm not animated GIFable. I just missed the animated GIF. I just love that format. Easy way to do it with any YouTube video. I'm going to save this last article for tomorrow's TLDR, because I got to get back to my dad. Because he's kind of in a bind. After I'm done with my dad, hopefully at some point in the insanely near future, I'm going to start the stream for the Q&A with you and me. I do 5 of them every week. 4 of them are exclusive to patrons. 1 is available for the world. Today's is the one that's available for the world. And it's a question, how would you change the world? So this is what I'm going to say about changing the world. Well, I'm not going to tell you now. I'm going to do it in that video, which everybody will be able to watch. I'm going to go ahead and leave everybody at this point to their own devices. Thanks again for liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, becoming a patron if you can, and just supporting our community in any way, shape, or form that you can, because it's very, very helpful. It's nice to know that we're connecting with other people. Andrew Garcia asks, is it better than Jiffy Cat? I think it is. Me, personally. You may think differently. I think it is, personally. So I'm trying to get... I got it. Dad's texting me again. I gotta let you all go. Thanks again, and we'll see you later.